Hello, everyone. How are you guys today? I've got some Adrian Ziegler. Ziegler? I'm not quite sure how his surname is supposed to be pronounced, but y'all probably have heard of Adrian von Ziegler, the guy who did like Goetia and a whole shit ton of Celtic music and everything. But yeah, hope you guys have had a good day and a good couple of days since the Warhammer stream with Argent. I've had quite... Nope, but go on. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Shadow. Hopefully tonight's gonna be a good night to just chill and relax and forget about not having a good day or week. For myself, at the very least, this has been quite the week. Cause, as I have shared in the Discord and a little bit on stream, even at the Warhammer thing, I have been gifted the studio version of DaVinci Resolve by my client, who is an absolute fucking G for that. So, hell yeah, brother. So you guys if you guys are planning on learning DaVinci Resolve and you want to see some of the stuff that the studio version can do, we can learn together. But that aside, I have a little bit of a story to tell for what happened yesterday, actually, while I was doing Uber Eats. Because today it was just, you know, like, I had to go to a rich neighborhood and I got paid well. Not that much of a story. Yesterday, however, I've got a little bit of a story. So, everybody at this point now knows I do Uber Eats as my day job, and I am trying to quit it by doing editing here. Which is part of why we're doing editing streams, so that way I can get the work done more often, and that way I can get to doing other gaming streams or make more of my own videos. And also get notoriety. So that way people can commission me. Regardless, though, yesterday, I said no to know who the person was. Week's been meh. Bank is hard to get to after work. Oh, okay. I will grab his YouTube channel. This man makes some incredible fucking music. Let me tell you, dude. Let me tell you. But, yeah, so... Yesterday, I had a delivery I needed to do. It was to go to an Albertsons and pick up a shopping order for 2 different people. Normally, I would have to go to that Albertsons and then shop for them. But I have since disabled that setting in my Uber Eats. Because I'm sick and fucking tired of getting like 5 orders that are, hey, shop for 20 items for this one person. That is 12 miles away, and you are only going to get paid $8 for it. And it's going to take you an hour and a half to do. Yeah, I'm fucking tired of that. So I stopped that. However, I can still go to pick up orders from these places, it seems. And so I go to this Albertsons, and they have the shopping cart full of the stuff. I have to scan all of the barcodes that come from the shop into, from the, Instacart function of it all. And it's a bit annoying, but I would rather go through about 5 minutes of annoyance than an hour of trying to find every specific item that is on a list and then just have to let the customer know, hey, I'm not getting this because I don't have the exact thing you asked for and you didn't put in a fucking substitution. And so I scan the barcodes and I put them in my car and I'm off to the races. The first person I have to deliver to is a woman named Marilyn. She lives in an apartment complex building area thing in a pretty wealthy neighborhood in the city here. But I don't actually know that because the number provided, basically the only thing that was provided was her apartment number. And it was a 3-digit number. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, and it was specifically a type of number. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is like a business? Or if she's in this wealthy neighborhood, maybe it is an address that just uses 3 numbers. Well, something like that. Who knows? Sign up for VGen, can I just not include the VOD and send it to you separately from the request? You can, Neo. So I need to update, I need to put up on, the process of how people should, send me the footage and stuff on VGen. But, yeah, you do not need to, if VGen does not let you upload a zip file of the VOD, because the zip file would be too big, then, you can either send me the zip file, if it's big enough for Discord, if you have any variant of Nitro, or I can make a folder on my Google Drive, or you can use your Google Drive, and then send it to me that way. We can work that out one way or another. Or you can just mark me as an editor on your friend's stream. I don't know if you can do that if you're just marked as a mod, but I doubt it. Actually, I think there's also like a manager role that Twitch has added now. To where those people can have a lot more power over your channel. I think that's a thing, but regardless, well, you don't have to exclusively use VGen to send me the files. But continuing on with the story, I think that Marilyn here, she is either in a business or in an or I don't know necessarily if she's an apartment or anything. And so I get to the location and it is, in fact, an apartment complex. It is an apartment neighborhood. And a neighborhood that is full of apartment buildings, with a gate that I need to enter, with a gate code. And she doesn't provide one to me. But I also notice... Wait, hang on, there's no building number provided on here either. But the navigation app was pointing me towards a specific building in this neighborhood. And so I don't worry about the building number, but I do call her... trying to say, hey, you didn't give me a gate code. But recently, calling customers on Uber Eats has been a bit weird, and I don't know why. So we have to go back and forth, trying to call back each other 3 times. And I drive around the building that the GPS is pointing me towards. That building does not look like it has the apartment number that is listed on the order. Or anything like that. And so, by the time I managed to get through to this Marilyn, I ask her, I say, oh, hey, Marilyn, you didn't give me a gate code, but I'm in here now. What's your building number? And it's she's got the TV on in the background, and she's really, really loud. She's shouting and everything here, and she tells me the building number and how to get there. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll be there. And so, I have to go back through the gate on the other side of the apartment neighborhood, and I find a parking spot that will let me get to her apartment. I even see the first floor variant of her second floor apartment. And I've got a lot of things to carry for her. I've got several boxes of tissues, I've got two big packages of toilet paper, several bags of groceries and stuff, and I don't want to have to go back and forth a good, like, 60 feet to and from my car, to the stairs, and this woman's apartment for multiple trips. I'm not doing that. Because I'm like that. That's on me in the first place. But, so I do that, and it's a bit of a hassle. She's got the door partially open, and I see, oh, this is a very, very old woman. And she's got, like, lesions and everything there. She's having to use a walker and everything. And she is very brash, very forward. And it's like, oh, hey, I need you to bring this into my house. I'm disabled. And that makes sense why she ordered delivery. She was disabled. Understandable enough, I guess. But I don't feel comfortable going into someone else's home when I'm doing deliveries for them. And so, but I don't necessarily know if that type of argument's gonna work with someone who's this, like, loud and forward with me. So I go with, I'm sorry, miss. The rules are, I'm not allowed to. The rules say I can't do that. And she immediately gets fucking pissed with me. She's like, I've been doing this for 3 years and not a single person has said no to me, ever! What? Shame on you! Shame on you for saying no to me! I'm disabled! And everything there. And she immediately starts going off on me like fucking crazy, like how I'm being disrespectful, how she's never been treated like this before, how I should be ashamed, and all the while, I can't just hand her the groceries. I can't just leave them at her door and be on my way. Because not only did I need to scan the barcodes to even pick up this order, I had to scan the barcodes to drop off this order at her house. For some fucking reason. And so, like, for a good, like, 2 minutes of her going off on me, I'm trying my best to be like, okay, I scanned this. Wait, did I scan that? I don't know. I handed her an item before realizing I needed to scan it. It's like, hey, could you hand that back to me? I need to scan it. And I need to say that like 5 fucking times before she hands it back to me. And I scan it, and I'm trying to get it all done. And all the while, I'm like, miss, you're being very disrespectful right now. And, like, she's saying all this mean shit. She's insulting me in so many different fucking ways. And I just am like, no, I've had enough of this. I'm not gonna deal with that. And so I start cracking back. I start throwing back my own insults and everything there. And I'm pointing out how much of a hypocrite she's being on how she's showing me no respect. And everything there. I wish I said this, but I didn't, is that just because you're elderly and disabled does not give you the right to fucking put me down. And everything there. But I didn't say that. I had the thought to when I left, like the whole fucking, like, say something in the argument type bit in the shower. And everything. Until eventually, I've just had it. There was one item left that I needed to scan. I thought I scanned everything. I don't know what was left. So I just fucking walk away. And I, throw even more insults at her. She tells me to go to hell. And I said gladly. And I then went to my car. Had to call support. And they thankfully... Like, getting to Uber Eats support is the worst fucking thing ever. But when you actually get to talk to a person, they're actually kind of helpful. And the woman I talked to on the phone, she was quite helpful. And she got me to mark the order as complete. So, all's well that ends well. Hell, even Marilyn said, I'm taking away your tip! And I didn't say anything to her on that, because I wanted her to believe that she could. But she put the tip up front, as what a lot of people do nowadays, and what you should do. Otherwise, your delivery driver is likely gonna say no to that order. And I'm just thinking, bitch, you already gave me the money. You got no fucking power over me on that front. And so, and I was riding that high of like, oh, I'm in a confrontation with someone, and I went through that for like a good 2 hours yesterday. Like, I started off trying to be amicable with her, and she was just one of those old people that absolutely hates the youth. That hates anybody that's younger than them. Especially when someone that's younger than them doesn't follow their orders to the letter. So that was Thursday. Today I just got paid well. Nothing crazy. And yeah, that was that. Anyways, though, we're gonna get to work today. As it says in the title, is that I need to make a thumbnail for tomorrow's mouthwashing video. And while I'm at it, maybe even make a thumbnail for the anthology horror game review video, which is just gonna have all the reviews together. Old people can suck? Well, no, here's the funny thing, Liam. Here's the ironic thing. The very next order I had to do, after I finished this double order, like I did Maryland's, I dropped off the groceries to another guy. In, like, the very next order I had to do, after I finished that batch order there, was I had to deliver Subway to a senior citizen's home. And everybody there was chill and nice. And the old guy I had to deliver to, he was also disabled. But I was just handing it to him while he was at the door of his room in the senior citizen home. And he was chill. He was fine. He was like, oh, I'm glad you came here. I thought, I didn't know if you would have trouble finding this place. And, like, I had a little bit of a jokey about, you know, like, how the navigation app was bad and everything there, and it was fine! So, yeah. But okay, let's see here. Display capture. GIMP. So, we are making a thumbnail for mouthwashing. So, we are making a new one. Old people can be nice. Exactly. It's a coin flip. And I just got the notification on the VGen commission you sent in Neo. Let me actually have a... Are you fine with me looking it over on stream right here, or do you just want me to, like, silently read it? Shortened VOD. Not while work in progress, but final work is okay. Okay. Final length will be around 30 minutes. Alright, I see all that. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, well, I just read it out there. So, yeah, your options for giving me the VOD are one of us uses Google Drive and sends it to each other that way, or if you have Nitro, be it baby or full, you should be able to send a zip file containing it to me. And, yeah. But, okay, let's see here. We are making a 1280 by 720 thumbnail. Alright, I needed to fucking... I forgot to do it with fill with transparency. That needs to be the fucking default, dude. Who uses fucking JPEGs anymore without transparency? There we go. We got it in a Google Drive folder on our end. Cool. So you can just do like a shareable... You can do a shareable link with me, basically. PNG to go. Like, seriously, no. Like, who uses JPEG? Genuinely, who uses JPEGs anymore? I understand the value that WebP has when used, like, for the internet. I just find using WebPs to be annoying, but that's a me thing. So, okay. I already have an idea on what I want to use for my thumbnail here. I already have an idea, but I want to see how it'll look for the thumbnail here. Yeah, we want to go to the horror games here. And then mouthwashing. You guys will get to see this uploaded tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over here.
However, you do start off the game as the now gravely wounded Captain Curly, and your perspective does flip between Jimmy and Curly as the story progresses.
Oh no, yeah, it's over here, I think is the edit. Yeah.
So to start off with, you primarily play as the ship's co-captain, now acting captain, Jimmy.
Yeah, okay. Like, this is good, but I don't think putting fuck in the thumbnail is a good idea. I think that's gonna absolutely kill the traction on YouTube. I would love to. I would absolutely fucking love to. The fuck you, Baltimore bit. No, exactly. Like, because I had two variants here.
Wow.
You could blur out the uck.
As I obviously want you to go and play it yourself, so you can learn why we all say, fuck Jimmy.
Fuck Jimmy!
So,
yeah, so I had that, and I had this edit here to where I said, fuck you, Jimmy! And I subconsciously was channeling the fuck you, Baltimore! When I did that. I did like 8 takes of saying fuck Jimmy the entire time. Like, I actually, like, you guys can even hear it. I got up from my computer, I walked to another part of my room, and I just went, fuck Jimmy! Fuck you, Jimmy! And I channeled fuck you, Baltimore, when I was doing those takes. But you are correct there. I can actually. Does GIMP have a mosaic blur? Does GIMP have a mosaic blur? Pixelize. Okay, yeah. Pixelize works here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can recreate it here, but actually we can yeah, we can do that. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with gradient tool. We're gonna do that dark, dull blue, and then wait, shit, fuck. Yeah, we want it to be like this. Yeah, we want it to be like this. And then we put a filter here. We want to make it a Gaussian blur. To just really... yeah, like that. Just so that way it blends further in and it looks a lot crunchier. And I do already have the image of Jimmy here. Is the thumbnail gonna be fuck you, Jimmy? Bit with the Baltimore font? If so, yeah, definitely gonna have to blur the words so YouTube doesn't hit you. Yeah, that was a general idea I had there. Hang on, actually, wait a second. Let's actually watch the fuck you, Baltimore, to see if there's anything else I can do in inspiration here. Fuck you, Baltimore. Yeah, you can see how fucking crunchy that is.
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Car. Bad deal. Cars that break down. B. If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill,
you can kiss my ass.
Sour believe that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your tray. Bring your ties. Bring your wife. Wheel fucker. That's right. Wheel fucker.
I mean, honestly, like, people can probably already get like the general vibe. People can probably already get the general vibe with me, like, going for the presentation style of this video. And I don't need to use the word fuck.
Hurry up, asshole! This event ends the minute after you write us a check. And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker. Go to hell! Big Bill Hell's card. Baltimore's filthiest and exclusive.
Fuck Jimmy. They committed to the bit imitating the visual style of those old TVs. Yeah. Yeah, so... Probably, yeah, so what I can do is I can just copy the style, but not specifically, like, put fuck Jimmy. Here's a link to the Google Drive for the VOD. I do need to request access. I have requested access to you there, Neo. You can then just permit me that access. Juck Fimmy. Comedy. Do you think that... I like that idea, but do you think it's gonna work? Do you think that's gonna work for, like, actually getting people's attention via the YouTube thumbnail? I don't know. I'm not entirely too sure on that. Regardless, though, I do have... Why everyone hates Jimmy! Yeah! Yeah, that works. That works. I like that. Oh, wait, hang on. You got an even better idea? You know Everybody Loves Raymond? I am aware that the show exists. Everybody hates Jimmy. Yeah! That works. I like that. I like that. Yeah! Yeah. We can go with that. So let's see here. I know I have Jimmy, and I know I have Curly. Do I have... I don't think I have... I don't think I have the rest of the characters. So we're gonna have to fetch that. Yeah, so mouth-washing Anya. Nice, transparent. Videos. 2025 horror games. Images. Anya. And then Swansea. And then... Inosuke? No, that's not his name. Fuck. What was... Hang on. Mouth-washing characters. I know that was the general thing of his name. Characters. Daisuke. There we go. There we go. There's our boy. Check Interesting Things channel real quick. See if you can find the font to do Everybody Hates Jimmy to look like that. Let's see here. Everybody Loves Raymond. Okay. Ooh, okay. Hang on. Let's see here. Everybody Loves Raymond font. Font meme. The font. There we go. Yeah. Everybody Loves Raymond credits. Yeah! Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. Font name, please. Suggested fonts. New York Plus. AJA Cordoba. Alright. Well, that doesn't work here. Don't know what that's all about. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Oh, that says... Can I make this any quieter? There we go. Fonts in use. New Yorker type. Okay, so do I have New Yorker? in my fonts. Let's see here. New. Okay, I do not have New Yorker type. 55 fucking dollars, dude. No. Shut the fuck up. Okay, the font. Do you have something? New Yorker. Times New Yorker. No. Groovy. Is there any good alternatives? Old school? Oh, we can maybe find it here. Dark College. Can I? A lot of these are way too similar with each other. Destroyed, eroded. Basic, script, school? Dude, I have seen all of these fucking fonts. Holy shit. Send a link via Discord. Yep, I have clicked on... Oh, okay. Free download. Thank you. Free download. Okay. Yeah, put that in my downloads folder. Thank you. Open that up. TTF. And then install that. Okay. But I now need to relaunch GIMP. Save. Pictures. Video projects. Thumbnails. 2025 horror games. Mouth washing thumbnail. Okay. I can close this now. And then... And yes, I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile recently. Path of Exile is really fucking fun, dude. Path of Exile is really fucking fun. So let's see here. Mouthwashing disturbed me in so many ways. Yeah, no! Mouthwashing is a very fucking good game. It is trippy as all fuck, and it also creates that unreliable narrator. But I liked it. Okay, so how do I clear this? Right, shit. Nope. Eh. It was so weird and amazingly disturbing, yet I really fucking like mouthwashing, but as I even said, what the hell? But as I will say in the video, is that I do feel as though that a couple, like probably half an hour of it could have been cut, because it is a bit, like there are a bit things to where it's just like it's adding gameplay where it doesn't need to add gameplay, personally. So weird and amazingly disturbing. It really was, yeah. I want it to be like, oh, largely white. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's gonna be probably the best we can do to have it be like everybody loves. Actually, hang on. Okay, calm down. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Oh, we're nearly there. Okay, I think that'll work. I think that's fine. So then we want to put Jimmy. $2025 horror games, images. Yeah, we want to put Jimmy here. Jimmy, and then we're gonna be using the Everybody Loves Raymond as the reference point. So then we want to put, we only have one girl being Anya. Behind Jimmy. This is gonna be good. There we go. And then we'll put Daisuke on the right. No Mugen covering VTuber drama live. What? I don't know who Mugen is. And I typically try not to get involved in VTuber drama because VTuber drama is often super fucking pointless. Alright, then we'll put Daisuke. My boy. Yeah. All that really matters is that Daisuke is behind Jimmy. VTuber drama is just normal YouTuber drama, but dumber. No, seriously, actually. Mugen primarily covers VTuber drama and stuff. He's currently covering Burnt Peanuts' supposed view-botting. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, it's kind of dumb that like a dude who barely even by mostly a technicality qualifies as a VTuber got VTuber of the year, but at the same time, like, what does it fucking matter? Sure, calling out someone for view botting is warranted enough. I'm not gonna argue on that, but just like otherwise. That being said, much like the drama itself, it's really easy to tell who the fucking idiots are. We can scale Curly down a little bit more. And then... yeah, we can just leave him like that. And then we are going to want Swansea to do a little bit of turning. It's good popcorn entertainment for me. I'm a drama fiend. Oh, well, Neo. I don't know if you actually... I know you know, like, follow Snackies and everything, but, I mean, like, as far as I'm aware, maybe you want to follow Magical Bard? Well, Silo the Bard, because I think he covers VTuber drama, at least on our friend group. But I don't know if he actually, like, covers it a lot in his streams or anything. Big Swansea. Big Swansea. Yeah, we can make him smaller. And then... there we go! More drama? Big beefy boy. Yeah. That one Face Connect chick who got mad at MLK in Minecraft. Rev says Dusu can go fuck himself, and I don't know, fuck Cinder. There's a lot, and they're dumb. Fuck Kirsch. She gets up to the same shit Rev does. You see, this is why I just don't give a shit about drama. I just find drama to be incredibly fucking obnoxious and stupid. Now, granted, I did actually see the whole Phase Connect shit when it comes to Jelly not wanting politics inserted into Minecraft, and I do agree. I get footnotes and they're funny. But I mean, I do agree that don't fucking put politics in Minecraft, dude. Why are we doing that? It was educational Minecraft. Okay, so it's not that they put the education version for schools. Oh, okay. Okay, well, if that's different then. That's different then. If they made a specific school education version of Minecraft, then that is a product with a completely different purpose and function and design. And so, for that, I can understand doing so. Do I like it? I don't particularly care one way or another, so long as it just teaches the basics of how politics works, and not just simply, like, picking a side. So long as it's, like, that type of thing, sure, fine, go off, I don't give a shit. I thought it was, they made, like, a fucking patch or DLC or something that then put politics into Minecraft, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's kind of fucking stupid. But if they didn't do that, then, okay. Drama is very dumb and ephemeral, and I will consume all of it. I'm glad you have fun with that, Neo. I couldn't. Okay, so... now I think we want to do a drop shadow. I think we want to give an outline to everybody. Because the Everybody Loves Raymond thing doesn't have them outlined, but also has them in better contrast with each other. So I think we're going to do some hardline drop shadows. Yeah, we can do that. Make that white. Oh, I thought... damn it. Drop shadow. Do that. Make that white. Okay. Yeah, we just go down the line. Drop shadow. And obviously making them all white backgrounds doesn't help much in the white behind them. But it's mainly just a matter of standing out. And the fact that I'm going to be putting a drop shadow on them. And then with Jimmy specifically. And then another regular drop shadow. Do I already have an inbuilt one? No. Then in that case... opacity, grow radius, blur radius, and then just shift that drop shadow slightly. Yeah, 15 works. And then everybody else we can do is just one big drop. And then we can do the same for everybody else. Really make them stand out against each other. Filters. You know, this is shaping up to be a good-looking thumbnail, honestly. Thank you, Azure, for the suggestion. There we go. And then we make the text New Yorker. Glad to be of service. Okay, and we want to make this really nice and big. So okay, we want it to be in 3. Everybody, and then loves. Everybody hates Jimmy. And it's in all caps. Everybody. Can we? Yeah, everybody. End of the day, just don't post on Twitter with opinions if you're famous. Granted, then silence people. Granted, silence is compliance. Just don't use X. Now, I will continue to use Twitter. Because of all the various reasons why I have said I am not going to use Blue Sky. I just also will not say a single fucking political opinion. Just so that way I don't fucking have to worry about any hassle. Okay. And then it's directly under the Y. Everybody hates Jimmy. You'll have it formatted like that. And then make this underlined. We can't make it double underlined, unfortunately. Use them for their real purpose. Porn. No, dude, actually, legitimately. That is a majority of what I've been using. That is just 90% of what I use Twitter for. Just look at art. A lot of it NSFW. And sometimes just say something. I know I should be... Once I start making my own shorts again, I'll be posting those on Twitter, but that's about it. Might need an outline color for the letters, so the white of the character outlines don't meld in. Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this a black outline, and then, I'm gonna give it a black outline, and then we'll see how that looks. So just merge these together. Drop shadow. Oh, incorrect. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, dude. It works out so well. I'm going to actually give it that little bit of space there, so that way the YouTube thumbnail may not get cut off. But there we go. There is the mouthwashing thumbnail. I'm very happy with this one. I'm happy with it. So now we can export that. Thumbnails. Mouthwashing. Review. Actually, I can still leave it in here. And now, while I'm at the process of making a thumbnail, I can go ahead and make the thumbnail for the anthology video, which I think I'm going to go in line with kind of like how I have done my previous ones. Use GIMP and DaVinci Resolve. You could easily migrate over to Linux if you wanted. I don't, okay. The only thing I know about Linux is the memes that people... people make memes about it that is like, you have to fucking know how to code in order to even just create a folder and move stuff into it. And if, like, that is, there's truth that comes from, that leads into that meme. Oh, heck no. Like, there's truth that leads into that meme, even if the meme is not itself true. And I don't want to entertain that type of reality, personally. I'm using Linux right now. It was so easy. Okay. Everything just works. Okay, then mainly my excuse is just familiarity. Okay, let's see here. New. Make another one. 1280 by 720. And then fill with transparency. Let's see here. Transparent pentagon. Well, it's filled with white, but that'll work. Firefox HTML document? What the fuck are you on about? It's gonna be easier for you to just put the Pentagon image in there. The one thing Linux has trouble with is pirating. If you try to run a pirated program, game, movie on Linux, it's gonna give you a bad time, at least from what I heard. You know what I love about Linux? No random computer restarts or ads in my homepage. What do you mean what do you mean homepage? I don't... Do you mean like just the fucking... You mean just this? I don't get it. I don't get ads here. So I don't... Ooh, ah. That was my neck. Like the Windows button. I'm not getting ads here. It gives me, like, news and Xbox Store by default. Oh. Huh. That is odd. Okay, so here is probably what I'm going to do. View, snap to grid, snap to canvas edges. Yeah, you had it too on the side, Microsoft Copilot in the Play Store. Oh, I legitimately just fucking tuned that shit out. I legit didn't even actually see it as what it was. I kid you not. I did not pay even the slightest bit of mind to that. Yeah, I didn't even look at that, so I wouldn't have known. Oh, motherfucker. Ah! Okay, you know what? Actually, here's probably the easier way to do it. Maybe the easier way to do it. Because I couldn't find one that was just actually transparent with the outline. Duplicate. And then scale that down. Actually, hang on. select by color, and then fill that with white. Bright. And then scale this down. There we go. Now I'm working with something here. Hell yeah, shortcuts. Work smarter, not harder. Exactly. And then we merge these together, and then we select by color, and then we delete the white. Boom! Easy. There's still, like, borders of white, but that's not a problem, honestly. Sorry if I rave about Linux every so often. I just got into the whole digital privacy, owning your own media thing. I need to spread the good word. Oh no, I get it! Like, if I fucking, like, if I was more willing to, like, change the entirety of how I use my shit, I would be oh so fucking down for that. So, I need the center of this to be at the dead center of the thing. So, 640. Just move you a little bit here. Now you're a little bit too far. Yeah, we're good enough. I remembered why I hate Overwatch. What specifically in this situation? Free open source software for the win. Oh no, I agree with you in there, Hunter. DaVinci Resolve and GIMP are good for that. Yeah, no, GIMP is poor man's Photoshop, and I'm very happy with it. Linux is definitely a really good operating system once you get it figured the fuck out. But again, only issue is you can't really do pirated stuff. And I very much am pro-piracy. Because if the service is bad enough to where I'm going to want to pirate anyways, then yeah, I should be... Then yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is pencil. If buying is not owning, pirating is not stealing. Exactly. I'm about to do the I am sailing the high seas. I will let you know how it goes. Good luck, Neo. Hope that it turns out well for you. 10, too much. 8. 7. Alright, 7 seems to fall in live. Junkrat's existence. Alright, oh yeah, you got... Why are you playing Overwatch, Liam? Why are you playing Overwatch? Why are you playing a game that's run by people that don't know what the fuck they're doing? Oh, okay, we need to do this, so that way I can do it like that. That's not the same color. Because my friend wanted me to play. I'm so sorry. The new characters, while boring in design, is fun, Kit. I don't mind supporting Steam or GOG for games, but for other games from a certain company, yeah, you know. I also just generally don't want to pay, like, for 10 different services that are all a complete... I don't want to pay for 10 different services. It's unfortunate that GOG is pro Gen AI. Oh, wait, they are? Really? Oh, that fucking sucks, dude. Fuck. I haven't used GOG, but I generally like them for... I generally like them for, you know, like, being pro game preservation. Didn't know if my message went through because ad. You know, I called it out, but I mean, still, just like I don't care about Overwatch. So even if the characters' kits do seem cool, I'm just like, eh. Just over subscriptions except Final Fantasy XIV. Understandable. They used AI-generated images to promote sales recently, and the owners said they'll be moving forward working with Gen AI. Dude. Fucking why? Dude, fucking why, dude? They don't need to do this. Never mind GOG then. I'm not even against AI. I'm against generative AI. Same, dude. Because the future, you know. Like, okay, I guess I can say my stance on generative AI here. I don't even think it's necessary. I don't even think it's a matter of theft at this point here. Whether or not people say it's a matter of theft is a personal situation of theirs, and I'm not going to degrade or enhance that. What I think is more of the problem is two things. One, when people talk about it being theft, it's more of a matter I have perceived is that they have made their art to celebrate something for people to share and be entertained, and then these models are choosing to have that art be used for a purpose that these people did not want. Now, obviously, copywriting your own art is something that I generally think is kind of bleh. But still, I understand not wanting your art to be used in these generation things. But also at the same time, it's like, fucking, I've seen, like, as part of me liking certain fandoms, like, as much as I don't play a Hoyo game, I still get plenty of Hoyo fan arts because the character designs are very appealing to me. And there are like 3 AI using accounts that I can never leave, and so many of the images look just the exact fucking same. And these people, when they print these, like, the whole industry just fucking reeks, dude. I don't get. I don't get how so many people just jumped on the like anti-artist, anti-creativity train. It's not even like I'm not even hearing people being like, "Hey man, I don't have the money to commission artists and I don't have the time to learn art, so this is the best option I have." It's oftentimes like, we don't fucking need artists. Like, bro, what the fuck are you on about? Wait. Hit them with the Curse of Ra that apparently worked to stop Adobe from shutting down Adobe Animate. Wait, what the fuck okay, explain to me what happened there. What the fuck happened? In court rulings have said AI-generated content can't be copyrighted. Good. The idea is to ease labor, but to use it, they fire labor and then the machine fucks up. It's fucking brainless higher-ups. Yeah, I do also think that, like, the amount of hatred to AI is a little bit... I mean, like, the hatred against generative AI is actually fairly warranted. You know, like, the art doesn't look like it has any purpose, it's oversaturated, it's a fucking self-replicate, it's a recursion machine that's just gonna end up looking more and more like itself, and not like what you... and everything like that in the future. It can fuck up, it's stupid, it doesn't know how to actually think, so on and so on and so on and so on. But I also have seen certain applications of general machine learning and database algorithms work well. Like, yeah, don't use ChatGPT to write your essays, don't use ChatGPT to make images for you. That is lazy, that is scummy, and you're gonna get an inferior product. However, I have used ChatGPT to act as a Google that I can put a full sentence into. And it has actually provided me better results than Google has provided me before. Like, I feel like in a context like that, it's fine. Because I specifically, it's like, I am looking for this type of information. Can you point me to these resources that provide this information? And then it does so. And it even explains a little bit of that information. And I read that and it's correct in that. So I feel like at the very least, if you use it like that, you know, like just a more advanced version of what you already do use, it's fine. Adobe stated they were discontinuing Adobe Animate, which would have locked people out from even getting their files tied to it. Typical Adobe. So people started spamming Adobe's post with the curse of RAW, and in less than a day, Adobe backtracked and just said they'll be putting Animate in permanent maintenance mode, in that it can still be used to get bug security fixes, but won't receive any new updates. Hell yeah, RAW in it for the win. As a data scientist, AI is an amazing tool. We have so much raw data we can't sift through it all, but AI could be used to help us actually use all the data we collected. Exactly. Like, I don't want to fucking use Copilot, cause I know that Microsoft used ChatGPT to fucking write the script for the code that then is used for Copilot, and it's gonna fucking break down. Hence why so many people are fucking complaining about Windows 11. But if I had, you know, like a single AI program with the express function of, hey, sort all the images in my D&D art folder, which is 3 gigabytes large full of art, into a set of parameters that I have and folders, and it gets it within like even an 85% accuracy rating, I'm gonna be fucking happy. And I'm not gonna complain about AI in that situation there. The only AI that's actually problematic is generative. Yes. Yes. I'm glad we're on the same page there, because I have seen a lot of people who are, you know, anti-AI, but they hate even the slightest remote bit of it. And I'm like, buddy, do you even know that a lot of what we use is some variant of AI, just not generative? Windows 11 is definitely vibe coded at this point. Local host your own AI, simple as. Yeah. And that's also like when the Larian drama came out about AI. That's why I was like, okay, it's a little dubious if you guys are using it just for mood boards and shit, but if the way you're using it is, hey, compile all the images that have these parameters that we've put in for you here, then all that is done was save them probably 2 weeks of effort of looking on the internet for images for vibes. Now, if it was creating images that fit the descriptions that they were giving, that seems a bit weird considering you guys have artists. Why would you need AI to give you the vibes when you already know the vibes you want? AI itself has existed for as long as computers have existed, and it's already such a broad fucking term. Generative AI is something very specific that needs to be shut the fuck down. Very much so, yes. Absolutely. The annoying thing is we'll use it in-house, when in reality you can't feed a machine only one art style. I mean, maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know enough in that regard there. Okay. This is the framework we're working with. It needs to pull from many sources. And I just realized the angle was wrong. So maybe just them saying they were using it that way was a bit of wishful thinking, more or less, is my guess then. Because, like, I trust Larian. AI equals tool, generative AI, a hollowed out husk. The artist behind the classic Shin Megami Tensei Persona designs went off to make his own game with AI on his own art style. It flopped hard. Evidently, considering I'd never even heard that happened. But okay, there's another point about the AI discussion that I find to be pretty flimsy when it comes to the anti-AI side. And that is just simply saying AI is a tool. Can we describe what kind of tool? because because it is able to do so many different things. Just saying it is a tool and should be used as a tool communicates nothing to me at the very least. That's why I say I use ChatGPT as Google 2 as an example. Or, you know, like there's an AI tool that can sort your data or shit like that. When we specify that more, I can understand. Feedback and backboard testing software, that's it. Yeah. It can be a good tool or a bad tool, depends on the user and the context. Yeah, but I know, but it's specifically when people just simply say it should be used as a tool, they then do not describe what type of tool it should or should not be used as, other than, you know, don't generate images. And that's a point of the argument that I feel falls flat, personally. PT hallway. Put that behind here. It could be a rake or a fork or a chainsaw. I could do so much. It's hard to describe in the general, yeah. Some examples, I don't remember the exact names for them, but there's AI used in medical fields to help find cancer cells and the like, so they can be treated, removed faster, sooner. And there's AI, like what was made by the creators of Into the Spider-Verse and its sequel, which was solely used to help maintain certain art styles and gimmicks of the various spider people. And that's fine because it's not replacing people, it's assisting to make a very tedious thing easier. Exactly! And that's why when this whole thing was booming, I was like, man, I only fucking want AI to just replace the tedious jobs that literally not a single sane human being actually wants to fucking do. And that's all I would want it for. We're keeping you in here anyways, so it's not like it matters all that much. And actually, now that I see the, like, bits of white here, I'm definitely not as keen on this anymore. Exactly, yeah. Like, AI, I feel like we should absolutely have AI and machine learning in, like, sewage treatment. Cause no sane human being is gonna want to fucking do that. And we should absolutely have AI and robots taking care of that job instead. Add alpha channel. There we go. Typing words to make a program generate an image or video or something is not making a tool to replace tedious thing or help make something better. It's made with the explicit intent of replacing artists. Yeah. And it's the attitude people have on that really fucking bugs the shit out of me. Have you guys even seen that, like, the NVIDIA CEO, like, at the beginning of the year, was like, guys, please stop bullying us about AI usage. Come on, the industry's gonna die if you do that. Guys, come on. And then, at the start of February, he was like, yeah, no, AI's not really sustainable. We're gonna have to find a new way to do what we want to do. So many people jobs don't want to do, but have to do. But I do worry about the jobs that will be lost in the system that doesn't account for that yet. I mean, there's a risk in that, but I at the very least think that it's the step forward. I would just like a job after years of college and not be replaced by some dumb fuck CEO who thinks the robot can do it. Oh, dude, the amount of people that think AI can do math when, well, specifically language models can do math when it very much cannot. Like, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, just like the backtracking that the Nvidia CEO had, like, brother, you fucked up so goddamn hard, own up to it. You were trying to sell people on a fucking lie, and you have the audacity. You have the fucking gall to then backtrack. No, fuck you. The language models can code to do math problems, then you just run the code to make sure you get the answer. Yeah, I like... It's fucking crazy, dude. It's the amount, like, you know, like that whole thing of like money doesn't make people evil. It just shows how evil they were to begin with, or something like that. Fucking AI did that. The advent of generative AI did not make people turn against artists and shit. It just gave the people who were already against artists the biggest opportunity to really just say it out loud. And unfortunately, you got people like Asmongold and Shadiversity and other people who pulled shit like, I made a high-budget live-action Zelda movie for $300 using this generative AI model. Or, I created a Dragon Ball Z video game using this generative AI model. Or, I recreated Lord of the Rings as a Studio Ghibli anime movie with this generative AI model. With claims, this looks so much better when, no, it doesn't at all. No, dude, seriously! No, I was there on Twitter! When AI was booming and Shadiversity was actually going so fucking hard on that shit, dude. He was openly declaring, like, challenging artists to be like, hey, look at what I did with this AI. Hey, artists, try and do this as good and as fast. And people did it in a reasonable amount of time. Maybe not, like, within 30 minutes, like he probably did, but they did it way fucking better, and he was just like, nuh-uh. Like, oh my gosh, dude. I didn't even watch a lot of his videos, but I'm like, okay, he's a HEMAC. Well, he's a HEMA type of guy, so, I mean, okay, whatever. And then he just went whole hog on that shit, and I'm like, brother, what are you doing? Shadiversity tried to compare the original Princess Mononoke with AI generated version, and the generated version looks so fucking shiny and terrible. That's another thing. Okay. Now, here's where I'm going to be speaking a little bit out of confusion when it comes to AI. Generative AI. I have seen so much generative AI, and when it is not trying to specifically mimic real life, you're like not trying to do like a deepfake of someone, or just create a very realistic image of some type of, you know, like hot girl, or whatever, for some reason, it's always, like, this, like, way too fucking clean, super fucking shiny-ass style. Like, I can understand where the very clean comes in, because, you know, like, it's kind of like doing that, you know, like, you know that fucking Tumblr post of, like, here's an overlaid image of every single frame of The Tonight Show with John Oliver and everything there. It's kind of doing that, and so it finds the exact lines to make it, you know, like, super fucking clean and straight. I get that, but the shine, the fucking air, like, the fucking weird-ass, way too fucking clean shine, I don't know where it got that from. Like, I remember when it was first dropping, I even, like, when AI literally first became publicly available, you know, like, with Midjourney's Discord server, I joined that just to see what that was on about before everybody knew how bad AI was, and all of it was super shiny. And everything there. Surrealist images, anime images, cartoon images, they all have this, like, way too clean, way too shiny detailing on them, and I don't know where that came from. Because it's not art. There's literally no soul to it. Art is expression, and it's not there, if ever. Yeah, but, like, that's where I'm confused here, on the, like, way too like, on the overly clean, super shiny detailing. That I don't get where it comes from. I used to watch his videos when he just focused on covering medieval weapons and armor and stuff, because it was cool learning about some of that shit. But then he went so far off the deep end of Mormon conservatism. Oh, he's also a Mormon? He's also a Mormon? Oh, okay. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? Okay, Bramble. Can I get that without text? Australian Mormon at that. I do not know how much of a distinction there is on Australian Mormon versus any other. Bramble the Mountain King cover art. Do we have a version with no text? Oh, that works. And then Bioshock 1. That works. Shock 1 cover. No text. I should probably do this. I think you can find cover arts with no text on Steam Grid. I'm finding ones at the very least where the text is placed differently that I can use here on Google Images. And then mouth washing. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything here. Okay, I guess we'll just use the eyeball for mouth washing here. Mouth washing. And then Witch's House. We'll grab both this and the MV. And then, no, I'm not human cover art. And, okay, that's not gonna work out well. This guy, okay, that'll work. That should work. Not human cover. We'll do one. Ooh! Another neck crack there. Okay. So, what's gonna be one that works well for the bottom? Sort by date. Yeah, I guess we can put the no, I'm not human down here. Hell, we can even actually scale that a little bit. Maybe? Okay, we actually can't scale it that much. Actually, probably not at all, even. That sucks. So long as people at the very least see it, it should be fine. And then select, invert, add alpha channel. Hang on. Always gotta add the alpha channel. And then Witch's House. Yeah, Viola. Yeah, we can scale this, so we can shrink it a little bit. There we go. That works. Select, invert, add alpha channel. Oh, it's already there. For once. And then none. We'll put Bioshock on the right. And then here, add alpha channel, invert, and then Pelito. And then Bramble. Yeah, that works out pretty damn fucking well, if I do say so myself, actually. And the reason I have the PT woman here in the center, even though I will not have a PT video, because I feel like the PT video will just be like 2 minutes long, is because, I mean, it was the sixth game, and I think it's a nice, like, full center framing point here. Invert, and then mouthwashing. Oh, that's actually small. The selection does not intersect with the selected layer. What the fuck? Okay. I guess I need to go grab a different. Mouthwashing. That's the Wikipedia entry being small as fuck. Or maybe the cover art for that Steam provides. That's a Firefox HTML document. Why? Because it was a WebP. Oh yeah, I should know, not because it was a WebP, because it was just actually fucking tiny. That's better. That's fucking better. And then we can just fill that in with blackness here. Actually, can I find one with curly? Mouthwashing curly. Yeah, honestly, having curly is way better. Yeah, curly. Curly is honestly gonna sell that way more than just the cropped eye. We can scale this a little bit. Yeah, that works. And then add alpha channel. It's already there. Good. And just in case I need to edit. And yeah. And now to just put the text here. And then I did find this really nice font that I like here. So let's see here. Double Luckies. Actually, Luckies. I will change the color of the font in a moment. 2025 horror game. Let's make this centered. Review anthology. Change the color to thumbnail is 2055. October. Yeah, that's a lot of text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of want to cut this down a little bit here. And I did only now just realize that I fucked up, that I didn't put Yomawati here. 1 second. Cover art. There we go. So remove this, and then we can put the Yomawati in the center. But now we have to. Now we actually do have to delete to work on Curly's thing here. And then here. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. That works just as well, honestly. Curly still bleeds into Yomawati. Not anymore. Oh, wait. Oh, I do see that little bit of red there. You are so fucking right. You are so right, homie. I didn't even notice. There we go. There we go. That's fixed. Now just to find the proper text to put on here, so that way it doesn't like take up any, like it doesn't overshadow any of the images, but also at the same time conveys it. Squints, how the fuck? I don't know how Azure caught that via the stream quality, but like, granted I'm on mobile. Ah, okay. Yeah, now because you know to find the text to put on. You know, actually, I think I have an idea. Celtic. Yeah, it's not like I, you know, highlighted this to change the text. Okay. And then make this 60. And then colors. Lucky's 2025 horror anthology. Okay, we can put some spacing here as well. Yeah, that works. And then we give that a drop shot, and then we give that a little thingy here. Make that black. Increase the thickness a little bit. All right, 5. Yeah, I think that looks good. Actually, I'm probably gonna actually no. I should definitely change this to collection instead of anthology because not everybody's gonna know what anthology means. Yeah, not everybody's gonna know what anthology means. It's the word I want to use, but this works better. Now we're just gonna move you a little bit. There we go. And then save. Pictures, video projects, thumbnails, 2025 horror games. 2025 anthology thumbnail. Always remember the keep it simple, stupid. Yeah. I also did see a little tidbit to try and keep it to 3 words of text on the screen as possible. So I think having it be 1, 2, 3, 4 in a nice arrangement like this is gonna work well. And that is the thumbnails taken care of. Oh, crunchy spine. Ooh, it's still 3 words of text and some numbers. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thumbnails taken care of now. So, let's see here. We've got 20 minutes until the next ad break, but I do need to go flop the laundry. So I am going to go flop the laundry real quick. I shall return. Do not worry. And then we'll be getting into editing the Myth's Bad End Pathfinder video. Be right back. Alright, I've returned. Took about 5 minutes. Let's see here. Open recent project. Myths Bad End D&D. Oh! DaVinci Resolve is not liking switching between these projects. I see. That took a bit. Okay, so to fill you guys in on how I have handled what I have done in the interim between the last stream where I was splicing footage together and didn't even get it done, to now, the splicing has been finished, and I have also done all corrections involving what the client has asked for. Now I am putting in the effects. All of the little dice rolls and shit that they were asking for. As well as everything that happens between the beginning and the end of the video. I also have put in the round counter, counting all the way up to round 50. And I also have this neat little infographic style, similar to JoJo stands that here.
But first, a quick primer on the players and their goals. We start with Calliope Mori, a Shinigami in training sent here to Earth on what she thought would be a vacation from her duties of guiding souls to the afterlife.
Yep, and as you can see, we have a list of defenses, their weapon, special attack, notable spells, their morale and tactics, a power graph to represent their ability scores. The fainter bit is the maximum potential. The more solid one is their current. And their key combat attributes, such as initiative, AC, HP, and their saving throws, because this is Pathfinder. This is what ultimately came to be decided between me saying, like, hey man, I can't just write a whole lot of information for these stat blocks on the screen. It's not going to look interesting. And then he agreed here, and it is now become this. And we got that for everybody. And that is resolved. And now the first bit of the combat that I've been working to resolve is the initiative roll for everybody. So this is currently what it's looking like. I have yet to put the text in. That was what I was working on before I ate dinner and then played some Path of Exile. And I cannot, and I've come to the realization that I cannot get text to cover all the dice as they present themselves here with one single text scene clip thingy. I'm gonna have to do it for multiple, which annoys me. Because I'm already taking up so many fucking... Yeah, I'm already taking up so many fucking video tracks here. But I think I can at least merge these together. New compound clip, because these are at the very least, they now fit the frame. So, initiative dice. Actually, hang on. I should probably look to see... Okay, that's where Gura's dice finish rolling. So this is our benchmark here. This is our point where the text should pop up. Initiative dice. And then we want to grab text here. And then C for the Celtic. Make that black. Give that the quote-unquote red outline. Make its thickness 0.05. Outside only. Make its color white. And have it be aligned to the top left. And then shrink that down to say, let's see here. He has the notes on their initiative, so Ame gets a 3 and a 17. Ame gets a 3 and a 17 with a bonus of 18 to get 35. Three. But then 17. Okay. There we go. And then plus 18 equals 35. All right, okay, that works out lovely. That works out lovely. Can I even like get rid of the space here? Nah, I gotta keep the space. And actually, and then we want this to take half a second to phase in. Ooh, okay, it's not liking that. It's not liking that at all. Okay, actually, I should probably... Actually, to help it along, I should definitely close Twitch. Because it does take up some of my GPU. Okay. And then we will... copy this and place it. BRB, no problem. We're gonna have this cover Ame's initial 3. Yeah, we're gonna have it. We're gonna get rid of that 3, make it a space. This, have it only show the 3. Oh, that was a fuck. What the fuck? No. And then this way we can make that Gure. Ooh, actually, hang on. We can actually do a little bit of a color transition here. And then here, we make that gray. So it should look like this. Yeah! Yeah, that looks nice. And then we just melt these together. Initiative math. Actually, no, we're gonna still have that here so we can have it line up with the rest of everything else here. So then, copy that. I copy! You copy? And then we... Then we change that. Let's see here. Ina gets a 19 with a +3. Ina gets 19. We're looking to shift this down to -150 and frame it a little bit here. There we go. And then math. And then plus 3 equals 22. 22. Tracking. All right, that works. And so we copy this. And then it is Callie. Callie gets a 15 with a +6. 15 plus 6 equals 21. And then we move this down. Cannot quite. And then the tracking. Okay, I don't know why Ame's dice wasn't showing up there. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. And then Kiara. This is the most complicated dice that I think I'm gonna have to do, which I'm thankful for. And then Kiara gets a 4 with a +11. Four plus 11. Here we can change the arrangement a little bit. And we get a 15. And then Gura gets a 10 with a +4. Gura gets a 10 with a +4 to get a 14. we can improve the tracking a little bit here. There we go. And then fit the, and then meld all these together. Initiative math. And then can I just meld this together from in total? Initiative. That works. That works. I'm okay with that. I didn't even realize an ad break was starting. Oopsie! Okay.
Amelia acts first and begins the ritual. And
Yeah, there was a lot. Oof. And then have it fade out after once, for the course of 1 second. And then grab all the audio. Hang on, can I combine the audio? New compound clip. Initiative SFX.
Amelia acts first and begins the ritual, ending her turn.
Okay, and then we're gonna be giving all of them their initiatives on their portraits here in the little corners. Okay. I think we're actually going to be looking at it like this here. Images. Ame. 0.10? That's the wrong thing I clicked on. 0.05? Okay, too little. 0.075. That works. 0.075. It looks like Ame's looking at the die. Look at that. That's funny. And then Callie's D20 on top. On top. And then Alt V to paste the attributes. And then we move that over. Oh, what did you just do? What did you just fucking do? What did you just fucking do? And then Kiara. Here. And then Gura. Over here. And Ina. Ooh. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Favorites. I've been getting so much fucking use out of Outer Stroke, dude. You have no fucking idea. It is actually such a good effect. I swear. Oh yeah, I need to set you to Gaussian. And then you. Boom. Set you to Gaussian. Boom. Set you to Gaussian. Boom. And then you set you to Gaussian. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. And then we're gonna grab the titles, another bit of text. And then Celtic. Yeah, we look at Ina with 22. Fit that 22 in there. Make that black. Give it that Gaussian. Actually, I don't even need to worry about that, really. Shading. Red outline. 0.05. Outside only. Make it white. Shrink it down a little. Back. Welcome back. Okay, we can shrink that down a little bit. Okay, 0.05, that is the size. Just realized one of the JP voices in Yakuza 8 is Dio. I didn't know that explicitly, but I am not in the slightest bit surprised in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, okay, so... we can't... Okay, we can't... Yeah, we can't, Sneeze. Fuck. Oh, it's that bad kind of sneeze where I can't do it. JRPG question. Possible answer? Should you be able to grind your ultimate gear and skills before a finale or after Impossible New Game Plus or free roam mode? I think that you should be allowed... I think you should be allowed to do it, like, literally in terms of how much is left of the game to actually play right before the final fight. because... And I feel like the final fight should not necessarily be balanced expecting you to have it, but it should be hard enough to where... if you do that, you do not just trounce over it. That is my personal opinion there. Like, Persona has this issue all the time. I'm thinking. Yes! But also... But also in Persona 3... Well, okay, I played Reload, and I haven't played Original P3, so I don't know necessarily how hard it was to fight the final bosses. If you decided to make, like, Giga Super Strong Personas versus 5. Which, in 5, like, yeah, you can absolutely fucking trounce the mouth. Okay. And then we'll just move you strictly to the right. For Amaze 35. With Yakuza 8, they're kind of post-game along with the dungeons. They're easier to do, but you could get a mid-story if you're stubborn enough. Just a distinction I noticed. I mean, I do generally appreciate being able to get that type of shit. Like, when I'm actually fucking playing the game and not when I'm done playing the fucking game. Like, what's the fucking point of me using it if the game's over? Metaphor ReFantazio also has a fucking awful grind for their ultimates unless you grind the final area. Bro, I just fucking hate grinding. I just fucking hate grinding. Grinding fucking sucks. But Lucky, you play World of Warcraft Classic. You play World of Warcraft. There's a difference. I do not perceive it as me doing the exact same monotonous task of killing the exact same mob, standing in the exact same, in an exact same loop, just so that way I can get something that isn't even necessary. Now, granted, the fucking quests are ultimately designed for you to kill a shit ton of mobs and gain a lot of XP that way. But it's still a matter of, like, there's still more to it. I like it enough, there's a goalpost to test your peak at. I mean, that's fair. Shin Megami Tensei 5 has battle rematches and super boss rematches. Ooh, that sounds cool. Initiative count. So grinding for setups was fun. You see, I do find a distinction between grinding and farming. With farming, I see that as, you know, like, you're taking a little bit of time to, you know, like, take care of the same content a little bit, but you know for a fact you're gonna get it. You know, like, it's not like just drops or, you know, grind XP. Like, grinding XP is honestly the worst fucking thing, dude. Grinding to get a slow incremental amount of resources in order to build something feels a lot better than just grinding XP. Okay, and what was Callie's initiative again? 21. Material grinds usually go hand in hand. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like if you want this one quest item to drop, then you're going to be grinding a lot of mobs that are going to be giving you a lot of XP. But like, if I am otherwise completely and utterly ready when it comes to my setup and my gear and my skills and everything there, but I just don't have the numbers because the RPG has a level difference equals stat difference multiplier type thing there, I'm going to be fucking annoyed. Like, don't get me wrong, Bravely Default's a fun game. It's a game I enjoy. And yes, the grinding for class levels was really not actually that bad. But I did not like how the fact that I was just trying to do content on stream, and yet I had to specifically take time when I wasn't streaming exclusively to just get XP and grind that shit out. I fucking hated that. New compound clip. Callie initiative count. Unless drop rates are shite. Bro, I am not wanting to think about the odds of what it'll be for when I get for the Gogmazios gems that I need still. Okay, we still need Gura and Kiara. Kiara got a 15. I farmed Gog about a dozen times at this point. No second gem. I will say, as much as I hated the Qurio crafting in Rise, as much as I hated it, like, I at the very least liked how you could use those points that you got from hunting infected monsters in order to get parts that you needed, including gems. I did appreciate that. That was very nice. I do wish Wilds had that. Classic desire sensor. Yeah. Yeah. Qurio crafting gave reason to fight weaker monsters. Yes, but the problem with Qurio crafting is that you had to, if the crafting fucked up and you didn't get anything good, not only did you have to recraft the piece of armor that you were working with, you then had, well, it's more matter. Not only did you have to redo the Qurio crafting, but you also had to recraft the initial piece of armor. And I fucking hated that. Like, motherfucker, I already made my set. Why are you having me remake my set? With Wilds, the early monsters fucking blow up because they gave us too many toys to bully them with. True, they did. They did. And then, Gura. And Gura has an initiative of 14. Even the Apexes weren't shit until Arc Tempered. Even Arc Tempered is fine if you know what you're doing. Arc Tempered, I think, is a perfect difficulty level, honestly. Arc Tempered Ray Dow felt super fucking good, and I am so excited for Arc Tempered Arkveld. I think I fought Arc Tempered Uthduna, but that was around the time where I was kind of like rounding up playing Monster Hunter at the time. So I don't know if I fought Arc Tempered Uthduna. I don't think I did. And then here... Hoping they balance Master Rank better. I just hope that Master Rank's not going to have any any bullshit like how Sunbreak did. Sunbreak genuinely tilted the fuck out of me, dude. Like, Base Rise was so fucking fun. Sunbreak's fucking pissed me off. Gura initiative count. And then group these together. And then new compound clip here. Initiative counts. Together. Yeah. Just got a VTuber model to run in VTube Studio on Linux. I don't know how hard that is to do, but nice, impressive. I love the theme of Sunbreak, but some of those endgame hunts got a little too much. Yeah, they really fucking did, dude. They really fucking did.
Amelia acts first and begins the ritual, ending her turn.
Oh.
We'll save. Keeping.
Oh, it's not liking that. It's not liking that. I took some coding, I will admit. It did not just work this time.
Amelia acts first and begins.
Okay, yeah, no, we cannot. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so many fucking video tracks here. I'm gonna have so many fucking video tracks. And then decompose in place using clips only. I go to bed now. Have a good rest of the stream. No problems, Neo. You will see the invoice come into you probably tomorrow, and everything there. And then I will add that. I will add the video that that you are commissioning me for to the docket. Decompose in place using clips only. Decompose in place. Yeah, it prefers to just read all this information externally, it seems.
Clocking a checkpoint every minute as a safeguard. If she can manage this, she'll be able to locate her path, activate her watch, and potentially even change fate. Combat begins and initiative is rolled. Amelia acts first and begins the ritual, ending her turn. Ina passes her will save, keeping the entity from moving, and so it casts Greater Evolution Surge to grant itself the 3 uses of a devastating 60-foot line blast attack. Calliope goes next.
Oh, it is struggling. I wonder if it's because of how I handled it, or if it's because my computer's not good. I am not 100% here. Okay, that's not compounded right now. We're gonna need to move these all up by 2 as well. So that way I have... Actually, no, I need to move all these. Fuck. Okay, so that's 2 more video tracks for me to work with here. There's probably a better way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Okay, well, actually, we can bring you back down. Oh, that's the transition there. Good, okay. Have everything fade in for a second. This track in particular is reminding me of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, dude, I fucking... I've just been having that little niggle in the back of my chest to play Baldur's Gate 3 again. Fuck, I love Baldur's Gate 3, dude. Larian's games are so good. I still really want to make that, The Divinity You Forgot video series.
Amelia acts first and begins the ritual, ending her turn. Ina passes a will save.
Hang on. DaVinci Resolve project lagging. Solve your lag issues, DaVinci Resolve. Let's see here. What do you got for me? What advice do you got for me, sir?
DaVinci Resolve for noobs. If your projects are lagging out and struggling in DaVinci Resolve, let me give you a tip that can actually help out. In your project settings, if you scroll down, you'll see an option for Optimize Media and Render Cache.
Project settings. Optimize media and render cache.
And at the very top, you'll see options for Proxy Media. Now, Proxy Media is simply Resolve making copies of your files that are a little bit easier for the system to work with. Now, by default, it says choose automatically, but you can change that to smaller increments. If you're only suffering a little bit of lag every now and then, you could choose half. If you're having more lag, definitely go for a quarter. And if your system is really struggling, you can switch down to an 1/8 or a 16th. Now,
Okay. Quarter.
for the Proxy Media format, you've got all these different options. Now, at the very top, you'll see H.264 and H.265, which a lot of creators are used to recording in and think are positive formats, but they're really designed for playback and they're horrible for editing. The reason is that both of these are built with a lot of compression, H.265 even more than H.264, so that file sizes can be kept small and played back easier on places like YouTube. But if you try to edit with these file types, Resolve is constantly having to decompress and work with them in real time. You're much better off making copies in one of these other DNxHR codecs. Now, DNxHR stands for Avid's Digital Nonlinear Extensible High Resolution Codec, and it's designed specifically for editing and post-production workflows, especially high-resolution media. Now, these are all just different qualities of that codec, and in most cases, I would recommend either HQX or HQ. HQX supports 12-bit color depth, so if you're using DaVinci Resolve Studio, that's a great choice, but the free version only supports 8-bit, so if you're using
Okay, so I can
DaVinci
do
Resolve
HQX.
Free, HQ is probably a better choice. Once you're done, just click Save, but you have a few more steps that you need to take. First, you have to create these proxy files. So go up to your media files, select the files that you'd like to create proxy media files for, right-click, and scroll down to Generate Proxy Media. Now, a pop-up window will appear and it'll start generating those proxy files, and depending on what resolution your original files are, how big they are, how strong your system is, and how many files you have, that will determine the amount of time it will take for Resolve to generate these proxy media files. Now, once you're done, what you want to do is go up to the playback menu and scroll down, and under the proxy handling option,
Alright, well, it could not generate proxy media for these. Can you make generate optimized media? Hopefully this will work out. I'm not entirely too sure personally. Hopefully I will not have botched anything here. Oh, my ear. Ugh. And I did not actually expect to be encountering lag here. Now, granted, what I have done on my projects is definitely not, been this extensive in terms of how many tracks there are laid on top of each other. Yeah, actually, I'm currently on my creator account, but I'll still give it a like just so I can find it again. Let's see, it's 9:17. Okay. Yeah, it's just the whole fucking, like, the fact that I have so many dice here laid on top of each other doing certain things. Well, just so many it's just so many tracks laid on top of each other. I mean, it's gonna look good. It's just, it's a lot. Yes, there's 2.5 minutes left on this optimized media. I don't even know what the optimized media is going to actually end up being. But this should hopefully work. The fucking proxy media didn't work. Come on, DaVinci Resolve. I don't even know how this is gonna turn out. I mean, honestly, like, at the very least, I am very close to being done here. A lot of, like, you know, just the fundamentals of what the video is going to be is almost done. I just need to put into sound effects, have them be put down onto audio track 3, and then have audio track 2 be music, which I will listen to that playlist that he has sent me, and I will use that music, hopefully. Alright. Are we still going to be lagging?
And potentially even change fate. Combat begins and initiative is rolled.
Uh-oh.
Amelia acts first, then begins the ritual in her turn. Ina passes away.
Nope. Okay, hang on. Back to the video.
Turn on Prefer Proxies. And what you'll notice is any of your files that you've created proxy media for will suddenly have that proxy media indicator in the lower left. And Resolve will start using the proxy versions of those files. When it comes time to export, don't worry about the quality of your project. If you scroll down under your render settings and open up the advanced settings, you'll see that by default, Resolve does not use optimized media, proxy files, or render cached images in your final export unless you tell it to do so. So make sure these are all unticked and you'll be good to go.
DaVinci Resolve for noobs.
If your projects are lagging up,
Okay, so why can it not make proxy media? Yeah, why can you not do that? Let's see here. DaVinci Resolve failed to make failed to create proxy media. Ran out of storage, but still I wish it gave a detailed error message. That dude ran out of storage. Do I have storage? Yeah, I have storage. Why is it not doing that then? What gives? Change the codec. Okay, Reddit's of no fuck. That Reddit post is of no fucking help. Drag directly from the Photos app. Don't know if that's possible. Let's see here. Alright, can I make proxy media now? No. Okay. What if I tried optimize media now? Let's go back to his video. This is part of the troubles of it, video
DaVinci
editing,
Resolve
folks.
for noobs.
264. Still non-linear bit, so if you're using DaVinci Resolve free, HQ is probably a better choice. Once you're done, just click save, but you have a few more steps that you need to take. First, you have to create these proxy files. So go up to your media
Yeah,
files.
I did. I
select
created the
files that you'd like
optimize.
to create proxy media files for. Right-click and scroll down to generate proxy media. Now a pop-up window will appear and it'll start generating those proxy files. And depending on what resolution your original files are, how big they are, how strong your system is, and how many files you have, that will determine the amount of time it will take for Resolve to generate these proxy media files. Now once you're done, what you want to do is go up to the playback menu and scroll down, and under the
Okay, playback. Use optimized media if available. Prefer proxies.
Begins and initiative is rolled.
Why does it just break here?
Media access and begins the roll in her turn.
You son of a bitch, you actually did fucking have that. Wait, only some of these? Why the fuck? Brother.
And so it casts greater evolution search. It's up to 3 uses of a devastating 60.
Why do the dice just randomly show up here?
Greater evolution search to
Okay. What about this?
How to fix lag inside DaVinci Resolve 20. I'm not gonna go in details, I'm gonna straight up give you the settings that might solve your lag. First, you can go to this tool right here on the bottom. This will open the project settings. Inside of here, you want to navigate to master settings, which is on the top. Scroll down to optimize media and render cache, and on proxy media resolution, you can select either half, quarter, or 1/8 or 1/16.
Yeah, that's what I've been told, but I can't make the proxy media for no reason.
You can use half, and anything harder than that, you can go to quarter on 1/8 or 1/16. On proxy media format, you can scroll down and find this DNxR. This is the same codec, and if you're using the studio version, you can select XQX, and if you're using the free one, you can use XQ. And when you did all that, you can click on save, and now you need to create your proxy files. Go into your media pool and highlight your media, just like that. Then right click on it, head over to proxy media, and then you can find in here generate proxy media. Select it and it will load up in depending on the size of your media. It will
And I
take
can't
from
do
few
that.
seconds up to a few minutes. After done loading, you can go to playback right here, and then you can go down to
Yeah, okay, so this doesn't help me. Okay, what if I just disabled these for right now? Because this is not gonna change. We do need to find out what... We do need to clear Callie and Kiara's initiatives, though, when they get banished. We're not gonna let it play, we're just gonna fucking clear it. And then... here. So, yeah. Ina, Ame, Callie, Kiara, and then... get rid of those. will at the very least run better here from here on.
2 of the protectors of Earth have been shunted from
Yes.
the material plane.
Does it glitch when I have this many?
But while
Yes, actually, it does. So we found the magic number. I need to clear out 4 more of these. I mean, it was also glitching when with a compound clip, so that doesn't help. He did give me a color to use over top of them. So... opacity... 50. Zoom... Yeah, I'll overlay this on top of Callie and Kiara. And then... And then drag this out. And then effects, titles. There's like a box. Okay, let's go to the effects real quick. That's gonna load easier. Box. Okay, text box. Don't animate it. I don't want to see it animated. How to stop text from animating in DaVinci Resolve. The quick way is to hold a frame in the Fusion composition. Dark box text is fully animated at frame 50. If you look at the keyframe view, so we see the time stretcher node holding frame 50 as a source time. Open Fusion and connect the time stretcher node. It should look something like this. Okay, so let's go to the Fusion page. Why are you looking at the number 11? That's not what I fucking... Vex. Box. Oh, motherfucker. Ah! Okay, so time stretcher. Okay, so node holding frame 50 as source time. Confusion connect. Oh, but it's always whatever frame 50 has. There we fucking go, dude. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you, Reddit. I appreciate that. Okay. And then let's go with, I don't know, like this for banished. I do kind of imagine banished to be kind of like a green-ish box color. Actually, let's make the box color red. No, we'll keep that green. And then banished. And then text. What cool text do I have? What cool font do I have here? That is already yeah, Alien Encounters. That's pretty nice. Calligraphic. That works too. I'm already looking at this and it's starting to not look like a word in my head immediately. Goodness. Ombre. What? Actually, there was something next to impact. Lifecraft, that also was something worth using there. Has this stopped looking like a word for any of you guys as well? Pirate. Yeah, I think just this is fine. Sorry, can you repeat that? Just looking at the word banished this long while looking at different fonts, does it just not look like a word anymore to you guys, was what I was asking. 0.5. Actually, oh yeah, I think we want to make this kinda, it happens with a lot of things. Actually, I think we actually do want to make this white. So that way it stands out on top of what's going to be the red covering it. Alright, yeah, fucking Shit, it doesn't fucking matter, because I need to drag this bitch all the way up, because I can't copy-paste into higher video tracks anymore for no goddamn reason. Actually, we'll do it like that. And then fade in for that amount of time. And then here... Actually, hang on. And then... fade in to this point. DaVinci. Oh, I know. Oh, wait, we want it all. Oh, okay. Not bad. There we go. Ad break starting soon. Oh yeah, now I need to have this one be over on Kiara.
Instant. Two. The protectors of Earth have been shunted from the material plane.
Okay, here's an idea. Just grab all of this. Cut that. Put it here. And then just call this Combat Overlay Additions.
And so it casts Greater Evolution Surge to grant itself up to 3 uses of a devastating 60-foot line blast attack.
Okay, there we go. So now I finally have everything for the overlay taken care of. Every fucking thing there. Oh my gosh. And we still keep the initiative roll stuff. Drag these sumbitches down.
As for the entity, it thinks that it's already won and believes it is merely toying with its Even change fate. Combat begins and initiative is rolled. Amelia.
It still
activates
really
and
wants to
begins
lag
the
there
ritual,
for some reason.
ending her turn. Ina passes her will save, keeping the entity from moving, and so it casts Greater Evolution Surge to grant itself up to 3 uses of a devastating 60-foot line blast attack.
Okay, so this is where we're going to start getting into his notes here. Okay. Ad break ends in 30 seconds. Okay. I know Arjun gave her schedule. Well, she said 9:30 for that. About the same time, she always does take a little bit when she does pre-stream yapping. I'm looking to write in because I am now at this point really fucking tired. And I'm just thinking like, oh, the amount of dice animations I'm gonna have to do, man. The amount of dice animations I'm gonna have to do. Honestly, that's gonna be the fucking rough part of it. Okay. So let's just see, like, how many dice rolls exactly happen. I'm not gonna worry about putting on... There. We'll hang out here if you want to stream them. Well, yeah. Okay. So, let's just take a look see as to what actually is going to be getting rolled that I need to make animations for. Ina's attack of opportunity. So, yeah. Dice, math, hit, miss, or hit, miss, fail, success. I need those text things. So that is 6 things I need to have for any one given interaction of dice rolling. The die, the number with the math, and the the result of it. I'm gonna ask him tomorrow. I'm gonna ask him if it's fine if I just put the result on the die, because that's gonna cut down a clip I have. That's gonna cut down a clip I need to make. It's gonna cut it down to 5. Well, yeah, it's gonna cut it down to 5. Well, actually, no, I'm still gonna have 6. But the main thing is actually having however many at once. Because for some reason, either DaVinci Resolve just doesn't want to cooperate, or my computer is, like, just that fucking weak that we cannot make proxy media to make the Caesar on myself. If I could make proxy media, according to the tutorials, this should not be an issue then. But I can't. So I don't know why. Because right now, looking at it, it's going to be overlaying the die, the result, and the math. And then if it's a hit or miss. I mean, it's still going to be doing that, but at the very least, I don't need to worry about... At the very least, I'm not going to be having to worry about spacing out the math as well. I wouldn't... Like, I knew I was going to have a lot of video tracks. I just knew that was going to happen, and I was ready to accept that. Because, I mean, like, fucking hell. Like, I've seen, like, what Maxor's timelines look like. I remember him sharing what it looks like at one point. Plenty of, like, high editing YouTubers do share their timelines in their videos. So I was ready to accept that. It's just a matter of why is, like, these are, I'm only using still images at that. And yet that apparently is enough to lag DaVinci Resolve. I wonder if it's because I've already spliced up everything. I wonder if it's because I spliced up everything. Hang on. No, okay, so even if I select just Mist-Spat End on its own, it cannot generate proxy media on it for some reason. Which I don't know why. I at the very least now know I have this as a tool for later bits of editing of other videos. Alright, well, at the very least... Okay. Let's just worry about making the effects for right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's everything laid out on top. That's not... Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Okay, so it does... Okay, it does have that. Okay. So I at the very least have this, and I can resize it to what is needed here. Now, what dice are used? D12. D12 is not used at all. D10. Alright, so we need an Ina D10. That's it? Alright, we just need an Ina D10. Ina D10. Gaussian. Cool. D8. Whose D8s do we need here? Ina D8. Yeah, okay, so Ame D8. We need that. Okay, let's search for who. Okay, so we need Ina, Ame. Ina Amegura. Ina Amegura for the D8s. So it's Ina D8. And then Gura. Just stack these. And then Ame. I can resize it. It's just mainly a matter of having it ready. Okay. So that's all the D8s. What about D6s? Okay, Gura. Okay, yeah. Still Gura with D6s. Okay, Ina, Gura. Okay, so far just Ina and Gura. Ina, Gura, Kiara. Okay, Ina, Gura, Kiara, it seems. Ina, Gura, Kiara. And then move that aside. And anybody using a D4? I assume not. Just gonna... Okay, we don't need to worry about that then. Alright, so we have the dice that will be used throughout here. Oh, pitch. Try going to Google Drive route first, but the file didn't want to compress nicely. How do we get it? That works. Let me check real quick. Alright, pitch has hopefully made me an editor. Pitch Vings. Let's see here. Videos.
Yeah, they just automatically heal you.
Oh, goodness. That spooked the shit out of me. Past broadcast. Edit? Okay, so I'm able to do that just by looking there. And then let me go to the region to check the commission she has put in. The VOD she has specifically provided. Shadow Generations. Edit. Cool, I can download that. Alright. Yeah, I am now an editor and can download it, finally. Hopefully, I can get to work on it very soon. And then Argent has gone live. Cool! We are gonna just reopen Twitch that way I can write into Argent, because I am well and fucking truly tired. I am so very tired. And I have so many fucking tabs open. Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh, I arrived from home from excellent timing on my part. Hi, Nara, a bit late. Yeah, you are. But you have not seen me crashing the fuck out about how DaVinci Resolve is glitching a little bit. We also talked about AI and shit a little bit. I made the thumbnail for the mouthwashing video tomorrow. I will give you a little sneak preview of it. Let's see here. Mouthwashing. I put it. Motherfucker, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Behold. Behold what the mouthwashing thumbnail is gonna be. I was initially going to just, like, do the style of Big Bill Hells, without, like, having to say "fuck you, Jimmy." But then Azure was like, "Wait, hang on, you can do it in the style of Everybody Loves Raymond," which I then was like, "Yes, that is perfect." So this is what the mouthwashing thumbnail is going to be, and let me also show you what the whole anthology thumbnail is gonna be. Oh, I never rendered it. I never exported it, actually. Was here long enough for my streak. Let's go! Let's fucking go! This is what the horror game collection video is gonna be. I very much like doing, like, the segmented style for these, like, these anthology videos that I have for horror games. I just like the geometric shapes of it all. So, and that will be released 2 weeks from tomorrow, because I have been already uploading each of these smaller ones on a weekly schedule, but YouTube's algorithm seems to be shifting towards longer form videos on a more infrequent basis. Fantastic thumbnail for mouthwashing. Thank you. All Azure's idea. It worked out beautifully. Yep, 2025 anthology thumbnail. Export that. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh, wait. Oh, and Argent got her new fucking PNG model from Han. Oh, shit. This is going to be a great opportunity to raid into her. Oh, hell yeah, baby. This is going to be great. All right, so we're going to raid into Argent. Made a quip of it being why everybody hates Jimmy and gave me the idea of everybody hates Jimmy. Thanks for staying. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, everybody who did. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for stopping by both on Twitch and on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for any of the creative help. Thank you, Neo, for commissioning me on behalf of your friend. Thank you, Pitch, if you have been lurking at all, for giving me the editor status on your channel. I'll be sure to work on that. I even have another person messaging me like, hey, I'd like to commission you. And stuff like that, so I need to negotiate that with them. Yippee! I'm actually getting work! I may actually just not do Uber Eats next week. I may not do Uber Eats next week with all the work I now have. Oh, baby, I actually may get to be free of this fucking god's awful job. Regardless, though, here are the raid messages. Y'all know the ones that are applicable if you are a sub, and if you are not, may need to for this amount of work. Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. So, yeah. Oh, things are looking nice. I appreciate all of you. Let's go show Argent some love and celebrate her new model. It actually looks so fucking good. Y'all have a great night and a great day tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Bye-bye.